Good morning, friends. I greet you on this lovely first Wednesday in August. Today is August 5th, and I've chosen today a reading to go with our meditation. I'm reading from the book of Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, chapter 53, verses 1 through 3. Who has believed what we have heard, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? For he grew up before him like a young plant, and like a root out of dry ground. He had no form or majesty that we should look at him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by others, a man suffering and acquainted with infirmity, and as one from whom others hid their faces. He was despised, and we held him of no account. And this is a true story that, I don't know, I found it somewhere, but it struck me, and I thought I'd share it with you today. Life has so many possibilities, and sometimes our perception of the possibilities before us, or the lack of it, robs us of the beauty and inspiration we might otherwise enjoy. In Washington, D.C., at a metro station, on a cold January morning in 2005, a man with a violin spent about 45 minutes playing 6 pieces composed by Sebastian Bach. During that time, approximately 2,000 people went through the station, most of them on their way to work. A few minutes after the man began to play, a middle-aged man noticed that there was a musician playing. He slowed his pace and stopped for a few seconds, and then he hurried on to meet his schedule. About 4 minutes later, the violinist received his first $1. A woman threw money into the hat, and without stopping, continued on her way. At 6 minutes, a young man leaned against the wall to listen to him, and then looked at his watch and started walking again. At 10 minutes, a 3-year-old boy stopped to look at the violinist, but the mother pulled his hand hard, and the child continued to walk, turning his head the whole time. This action was repeated by several other children, but every parent, without exception, forced their child to move on quickly. At 45 minutes, the musician played on. Only 6 people stopped and listened for a short while. About 20 individuals dropped money into the man's hat, but continued to walk away at their normal pace. The man collected a total of $32. After 1 hour, the man finished playing and silence took over. No one noticed. No one applauded. There was no recognition at all. No one knew this, but the violinist was Joshua Bell, one of the greatest musicians in the world. He played one of the most intricate pieces ever written on a violin worth $3.5 million. 2 days earlier, Joshua Bell sold out a theater in Boston where the seats averaged over $100 each to sit and listen to him play the very same music. Joshua Bell played incognito in the D.C. metro station. This was an experiment organized by the Washington Post to study people's perceptions, taste, and priorities. The experiment raised several questions. In a commonplace environment, at an inappropriate hour, do we perceive beauty? If so, do we stop to appreciate it? Do we recognize talent in an unexpected context? If we do not have a moment to stop and listen to one of the best musicians in the world, playing some of the finest music ever written, with one of the most beautiful instruments ever made, what else might we be missing as we rush through life? And I think, my friends, this is the way that many people miss what God is doing all around us. When Jesus came, there were many people who esteemed him of no account and held him no value. They kept an eye on him and were suspicious of him. They did not stop to listen. They did not take the time to let their spirit align with his. They did not choose to grow in his image. Today is the only day we have right now. This moment in your life is one that will never be repeated. I hope you will take advantage of this beautiful day God has given, of the precious time that God gives us this summer to enjoy the beauty that is all around us. And even though our lifestyles may have to change just a little bit, we can always give thanks for the abundant blessings we have and share as much time that we have as possible with those we love. I pray that you will make it a priority to do these, all of these, to grow ever closer to Christ. And join us for worship. Sunday morning, we will be recording it at Apalachin, and then it will be uploaded to YouTube later on in the afternoon, where you will have access to it. Enjoy this beautiful day, my friends. God bless.